Hello and welcome to the Eli Podcast. I'm going to be your host today, Eli Tanner, and it's a little late, but better late than never, as they always say. I was came up with a little cold beginning of the week, so a little delayed on the podcast. And if you're listening next week, well, I'm glad you're listening. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to put in the chat there. Really, what's your ideas and did you like my ideas or not? I'll tell you what. I say some stuff that I'm wrong a lot. I mean, just ask my brother Luke. He was telling me all this. He was saying the whole time. He said, "Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. Clemson was actually fourth, blah, blah, blah," and all these facts. And I said, "Well, maybe if I was doing it in front of millions, thousands, hundreds, no, all tens and tens of y'all listening." Had to have that sound effect to it just to make it sound funnier. But we're going to get into some interesting facts, maybe a little Christmas, Thanksgiving debate at the end. But I'll tell you what, college football, the last week of the regular season, and it's the best weekend. It's fighting weekend. On Sunday morning, you're going to see all these highlights of fights and punching, and even some coaches yelling at each other, and I think that's so interesting just to see grown men going at each other that are like 40 and 50, and they just hate each other. All season, they're good friends. They drink coffee together, but regular season, dude, they go after each other, and they put everything on the line, especially when it comes down to Clemson, South Carolina. Locally, I'm a big Clemson fan. I wear my orange for the reason. And Clemson, South Carolina's a big game. This week, there's a lot of smack talking. Your best friends from South Carolina, you ain't friends with them this week. Dude, you pull up in the grocery store, maybe in the offseason, you wave to them, you stare them down. Maybe put up an L for the forehead. But it's just it's a crazy week, especially here in South Carolina. The Palmetto Bowl started. That's at 12 p.m. on SEC Network. And I'm just going to say I went to the Clemson-Furman game, and it was interesting to watch. First quarter, Kate Clement does good, puts 31-3, and then Boeing, that second and third quarter, they scored points. And Dabo got even angry at the ref at a point. It was clearly pass interference, but the refs never really been on Dabo's side. Dabo likes to yell at refs. I like to yell at refs, but doesn't really help. Dabo maybe makes the refs even worse for just getting yelled at all game long. But I'll tell you what, we have a new star in Clemson, South Carolina. I mean, Chris Stinson, he might be the new starter next year. It's coming off a little fast as a Clemson fan, and a lot of Clemson fans are excited about this. I think it's going to be good. I think he's a runner. He reminds me of a Lenore Sellers, but more athletic Lenore Sellers. But during practice, I was told, I think it was Friday. Sorry, never mind. A few days ago, I think I keep forgetting today. It's not Saturday; it's Wednesday. Yesterday, that Christensen got hurt. Got stepped on the ankle, and he's probably not going to play. Questionable. I don't think he would have played anyway, but I think he has a chance to add a legacy, and I want to see this bowl game. And I think if he's good enough and healthy enough, you put him on the field, you give him a few run plays to put this South Carolina defense on guard. And I don't think they're practicing for him because, well, he played 5-6 plays, 105 rushing yards, 1 throwing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. You get to this, and this is crazy. I'll tell you what, that a man who's played 2 drives scored 14 points. And it wasn't the prettiest football. They were playing. I mean, I will say I was listening to one of a podcast after the game, and they were saying, "Oh, it's Furman's second team." It's still a D1 program, and Furman's not a bad school. I mean, yes, we won 45-10. Probably should have been more, but they put Kate Clement after. They took him out at the start of the second quarter. They kept Lenore Sellers in until the third quarter. No, he's not a senior, but he has a whole season, and there's not another bowl game, but the state championship's on the line this week. So it's going to be a big game. I think this is something I wouldn't say probably in the past. these two teams are evenly matched. South Carolina fans think, oh, we won the past 2 to 3 years. And then I was listening to Dabo's press conference, and he said, yeah, they're trying to give this narrative. Clemson's won the past 8 times, the past 10 years. I talked to a lot of South Carolina fans, and shout out, if you go to Ralph Chandler, represent this jersey. I'll tell you about our basketball team later, but there's a lot of people who say, oh, just leave the past, and think about the future. What about y'all's playoff record? Winning the SEC championship? No, never. Having the history is what builds your program up and what makes people come. And I think South Carolina is like a circus. You have it about 3/4 full, and and people talk about it, but are you making it to the big leagues? Are you making it to those playoff games? No, you make it to the SEC championship. No. It's like the food, like at the lunchroom, right? They say, oh, it's not bad if I have to eat this. But you don't go home and beg your mom to buy it from the grocery store, do you? No. That's what South Carolina is. That lukewarm water. Now, I'll tell you what. I went to a college basketball game, a Division II college basketball game, and the Newberry Wolves, Newberry College, pretty good campus. I toured the campus. School took us. It was really fun. But during our tour, we went through to where the gym and the guy, he played for the football team. His name was Noah. Noah, if you're listening, shout out, and he took us through where they were playing, and they were practicing before the game, and the coach was talking on the phone. And he said, "Oh, y'all can come in," and we watched for a little bit. And dude, there's just one player's name. I can't remember his name. Dude, wait, what was his name? I can't remember his name, to be honest with y'all, because I just can't remember what was his name? Dude, I can't remember, but they loved him. And he was I'm just gonna say it. He was a tall white guy. And they all shouted his name. We went outside, and then the coach came out and said, "Oh, there's a guy that wants to meet you." He came out, and dude, I can't remember his name, but I'll say this: they all got selfies with them, and I thought that was going to be the end of us getting selfies. We went to the game after we ate, and I'll tell you what, I found out why colleges, you have to pay so much for college. They lose so much money off of the food. A group of 100 middle schoolers came, and we probably ate all their food. But it was fun. But we went to the game after. We had a whole section, basically, of the gym just for us to watch the game. And it was a good back-and-forth game first half. And we chanted for him to come out. He came in a little bit in the first half. I forgot what the score was, like 35-30 maybe. I don't know the exact score. But then Drew had a pretty good. Drew's one of the players on the Newberry team, and he was playing pretty good. And then during halftime, we gave him some starburst, and he didn't really play good second half. But I'll tell you who, Drake, my good friend Drake, and he doesn't even know me. No one on their team knew any of our names, but we were cheering for him. We were going crazy, And there's maybe 10 students in total of a school that has like over 1,500 students. But we were cheering as low as I don't think they've ever had a student section like that at Newberry, at a D2 college on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. But then Drake, dude, he showed off. I think he had 20 points in the game. They end up winning 93-61. It's a special moment when they hit 67. It's special. I can't even describe it. I'm not going to describe it because we went crazy. Guess who shot it? Drake. No, Drake is not the one who they went crazy on. After the game, all the players actually came over to where we were, and we had almost like a dog. We didn't jump on top of him, but we all surrounded him. We jumped up and down with the whole team, and then after they all got signatures. I didn't get any signatures. Probably should have, but it was so fun. Talking about some basketball. You guys want to hear some good middle school basketball? See that jersey behind me? Number 15, Panthers. Ralph Chandler Panthers. I'm telling y'all, this is our year. I don't think we've made the playoffs in 10 plus years. Haven't had a winning season in 5 plus years. Never have won a championship. This year, we have some great players Austin Landy, Will Kenninger, Eli Tanner. That's myself. We have Makai. We have Zaire. We have all these good players. And I'll tell you what, we won our first scrimmage 31-27. Actually, the second scrimmage. First scrimmage, we tied. It was against the homeschool team, but winning's a win in the scrimmage. Our first game's this Thursday, and I can't wait. And I don't know if any of y'all are in that middle school world of a basketball, boys basketball, but Hughes has been okay. Hughes was pretty good last year, I will say. We faced them off, and they beat us pretty handily last time, but we're coming for some blood. I think we will. I mean, Austin's, 6'2", 6'3" now? Will's 6 foot now. Austin can dunk easily. Will can almost touch the rim. We have good passing scheme. I'm more of an offensive guy myself, but we have some good passes. We have some good plays. I won't share too much, but I tell you, it's going to be a special year. I think we're going to have a winning record, and I think that playoff, I think we're going to make the playoffs first time in a long time. Baseball, we won our first playoff game in 7 years. I was the starting pitcher. But I think we're changing Ralph Chandler's sports program around. If you're a student athlete at Ralph Chandler, this is our year. This is our year. Now let's move on to some more football. Let's move to pro football, or NFL, because now college is pro football. We might talk about that in another episode, but I'll tell you what. You eating Thanksgiving, you turn on the TV, you see some good football. Lions, Cowboys play Chiefs at 3:30. And good football at night, even prime football on Friday night. It's going to be great. I'm telling you what, it's going to be a great weekend of football. Thursday, good football. Friday, one NFL game, but then you get those 3 good Georgia Tech, Georgia, right? Texas A&M, Texas. That's on Friday night. Georgia Tech's on that Friday night too. And then we have a good matchup. I mean, it's not good because Auburn's not good, but Auburn, Alabama. It's at Alabama. Guess what? Upset alert. I got Auburn winning that one. We always have Michigan, Ohio State. I just learned this key thing. Ohio State, who won the national championship in this drought, hadn't won a game against Michigan since 2019 in college football. I don't know how we went back to college football from the NFL. I'll tell you what, though. College football, you can never say. There's always a week of exciting game, and I will say this a lot. I got some pushback from saying the NFL is boring, saying no one watches the NFL, because people do watch the NFL, and that's apology of me. And I did watch some NFL, and I'll say there was some tight games. I mean, Trevor Lawrence won the overtime. There's some really tight games, but it's not exciting as college. College, you can lose a game or two. But still, that week one, you still feel the energy. You still feel energy lost. You can look what Clemson season went after that loss. I'll say this, though. NFL is getting worse in the regular season. It's like watching the NBA. You score 150 points per game. No, not that many people are going to watch you before Christmas. Yes, a lot of people watch the NFL regular season. But when does the exciting part happen? Playoffs. And I will say, there's still excitement. Now, I was a little wrong, but there's still a point where college, if you pick between college and NFL, most people will pick NFL, but college is so much better. I have a minute to go on this podcast, and I gotta tell you what, Christmas decorations, it's getting out of control. We haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet, and I'll say half, at least in Fountain, half of the people have Christmas decorations up. Something Christmas tree up. They're selling Christmas trees in the food line. And I will say this, I'm calming down a little bit. My family did it. I wasn't too happy. I'm coming down. But I'll just want to get you this message of Thanksgiving. Be thankful. There's a reason we celebrate Thanksgiving. It's to join us together. Join your family together. Join your friends together. Eat a meal and have some joy. And I think this is a great tradition, and we're going away from it for Christmas. It's Christmas, you got to know the reason for it. People don't. It's not just for toys. And I'll tell you what, Be thankful in this Thanksgiving, and don't take anything for granted. God gave you it for a reason. God loves you. Goodbye.